Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are going to talk about split method, how do we use split method, and also we're going to talk about char.array methods, then how we are going to use these two methods in Java, right? In Java. Okay, so the first is split method, and the our string is already I have already created these strings that I'm going to use, and it is telling me, so I stored a value into a string, hey split. Today is Tuesday and we are learning Java. Actually, today is Wednesday, right? Let's make it Wednesday. So Wednesday, right? Wednesday. Okay. So how are we going to use split method? First of all, what you have to know, like, what does the string method do? And also, what is the return type of the split method? First of all, return type of the split method is array, right? Array. It is going to return array. Return type is array, right? Whenever we use split method with the string, then it is going to return array. Then we have to store it into array, right? So then, and what is the data type? It is string array, right? It is returning string array, and array, I'm gonna call it array. And so how do we use it? So this is our string, right? This is our string. I'm gonna copy and paste it here, and then I'm gonna put dot, right? Dot. Okay, so it is already telling me it is understand, because the Java is already understand that I'm going to split this string because I'm storing it into string array. So what kind of data you can store in string array, right? It is giving you some clue. Okay, I'm going to click the first one, right? Split string regex. Okay, so we have already learned the regex, right? We have already learned the regex, and here, so it is actually telling you, hey, what are you trying to do? Like, you are going to split this string, but by what? By what? I'm gonna tell him that split my string by space, right? By space. So whenever it is getting space, okay, then it is going to split it this one, split this one, split this one, and split this one. So how many do you think there is going to be element inside of my array, right? Inside of my array after this logic happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? There is going to be 8 elements, 7 index, right? 8 elements, 7 index. Okay, we have already split it, and in the previous videos we have already learned how to get the array length. So what is our length? Dot length, and let's print it out and see what is our length. 8, right? The length is 8. Well, what is the index? Last index. What is the last index? You can easily find -1. It is the last index because index is starting from 0. If my length is 8, then the index is 7, right? Because 0, you starting counting, you start the counting from the 0 till the 7, it's gonna be 8, right? Okay, so my index is 7, but my length is 8, right? My length is 8. Okay, we got the length. Okay, so how do I get, so how do we make sure that it is working or no? We can just easily make a very quick validation here. What is my first index? What do you think the first index is gonna be? The first index is gonna be today, right? Today is the first index. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 index. Okay, I want to see today on the console, right? I want to see today on the console, and what's gonna happen today, right? Today is on the console right now. Well, how about since there is 7 index, how about 6? Index 6, learning. I want to see the learning on the console, right? 6. Okay, that works. So how do we print the array out? Of course, there is going to be iteration, right? If there is an iteration, we are going to use for loop if we know the length. But in this case, I want to use for each loop, right? For each loop. That's why my data type. I mean, I can use the other one. I'm gonna do the with traditional loop too. So I want to use for each loop and the data type, because it is starting with the structure skeleton of the for each loop is starting with the index. I mean, the data type. Okay, data type is string, and I'm gonna give it new name, array name equals array, right? Array name equals array. Where is this coming from? It is coming from my array, and array name is the new name. And what can I do here is, I can just, I want you guys to remember this, like, right, to be able to use it, right? I want you to guys learn how to use for each loop too. And print, I'm gonna print those on the same line, and let's give it some space between, and then I printed out my string out, right? I printed out my string out. So if you're using for each loop, you are not going to be able to reverse your string, right? You are not going to be able to reverse your string. But how do we reverse it? If you start from the last index, right? If you start from your last index, then you are going to reverse it. To be able to do that, right? Equals int I equals Control C, Control V dot let array name. Not no array name. No, it is not the original array, right? You cannot achieve that. Dot length -1. What is it? It is my last index. If you are starting from the last index, then you need to make it this bigger than equals 0, right? Bigger than equals 0, then I less less. I less than I less less. You are decreasing, right? Because you are starting from the last index, you have to decrease. So we are going to reverse, right? Reverse array and then array I, right? I don't know. This happened yesterday too, but I don't like it. Okay, array I, and then we are going to print those on the same line, right? On the same line. Okay, so what's gonna happen is we reverse our array. It is starting from the last name. What is the last index is gonna be? Java, right? Java. Now Java, but the word itself didn't reverse. The word itself didn't reverse. I'm gonna show it to you guys in the next upcoming videos, right? Next upcoming videos. But today you can learn how to reverse your actually string with the split method, right? After you get the split, yeah, I'm gonna show you guys whenever I'm talking about string buffer, right? String buffer. I can do that with string buffer. Actually, let me try. Like string buffer b equals new string buffer, and then it's gonna be array array I, right? And then here b dot reverse, and we will be able to actually see those on the console. I'm hoping that, because I didn't prepare myself for this, but just to show you guys how to do that. And I'm gonna also put some space here so we can make sure that it is going to work, and let's see if it is going to work. I'm actually printing it on the same line. Right, I'm printing this on the same line. Okay, Java. Yeah, it is reversed, but why it is? I'm not going to put this here because it is actually doing something, but I didn't get it. Okay, it is okay. We printed out, right? I don't want it here anymore. So buffer array I, and now we got it all because it's coming from here. Okay, I'm sorry. So now, okay, I'm actually gonna do that. Give me a sec. Because I was confused because I see lots of stuff on the console. That's why I didn't like it. So here, array, of course, it is not going to work. Array I, right? And let's see, yeah. But how do we do that? So if I put something, then it's not going to work. So anyways, the hour, right? I mean, let's not do this. You already saw that we are able to do that. So now we are able to actually reverse the word itself too. So it is starting from the Last index is Java, right? Java, and it is reversing it, as you guys see, exclamation mark at the end of the word that I am using here, but exclamation mark at the very beginning of my word on the console. So you guys are able to reverse your word too, right? But that wasn't the point. I just wanted to show you guys. This is gonna be another topic of our videos. Okay, so this is how we use the split method, right? This is how we use the split method, and I want to show you guys very quick the char.array, right? Char.array. Okay, so for this purpose, we need to create char array because why? Why? Because our return type is char.array. If you are using char.array, it is based on the name, right? Char.array. That means it is going to return, I mean, convert my string into an array, char array actually. Ch, I mean, I'm gonna call ch equals hey ch dot to char array, right? As you guys see, that the char array is already returning char, right? Okay, so this is the method. What is happening here? Char.array. So it is actually storing my string into the char array single, right? Single is a single character, right? So what can be stored in a char? Special characters, right? Single, any special single characters. Okay, so what can we do is now I'm going to so since this is a char, right? Since this is a char, ch1 equals ch, then I'm going to print this out. ch1, right? ch1 is gonna be our I'm gonna print it on the same line and with the space. So as you guys see here, it is weird. It is not weird, but it is how it works. So as you guys see, every single letter on my char array is a special character now. As one special character every each. So when you look at this, after you convert it into the char array, what do you think that the index is? Ch dot length. What do you think that what do you think that index is now? 42 letters, because there is 42 letters in my string. So how about the length here now? A split dot length. How about the length here? It is 44. Now it is 42. Right now it is 42. Did we delete anything? I don't think so. 42. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. So it is saying ch1 is going to be the printing this, and then I don't know why. That's a homework for you. Figure it out that why is it actually returning, right? Returning 42 instead of 44. It is the same string, right? It is the same string. So this is how you actually print it out, right? This is how you actually print it out. You can also use relational loop too. You can also use, right? You can also check it with this way. ch as long as you know like the index maybe 40, index 40. I mean, what is the index 40? Index 40 is going to be what? As you can see, a. Index 40 is a, right? So if it is 42, 42, 41, 40, and what did we get? A. So it is actually, as you guys see, so something is happening here, right? Because 42, right? 42. I don't know why is it not coming down, right? Now it is 40 is, how about 42? I mean, that's length. Index 42. How about the index, last index? What is the last index here? Let's see. As you can see, guys, I'm not memorizing anything, right? I'm not memorizing anything. You need to try and fail, right? Last index is 41, is saying. That means like you cannot get it, right? Last index 44, I mean 41. Then you can only get 41 as a last index here. And what is the 41? Is the exclamation mark, right? Is the exclamation mark. So this is how you actually work with work with the split method. Split method is returning array, string array, right? So you have to store the split method. If you are using the split method, you need to store it somewhere, and the data type is going to be string array. And this is how you use it. And also, if you are using char.toArray, if you need to specifically work with the ladders, specific ladders, then you need to convert into the char array and then store it into the char array, right? The method name is a dot to char array, but you need to store it into the char array. Then you can iterate it, right? Iterate it using the for each loop. If you, it is up to you. If you want to use for each loop, then you can use it. Or if you want to use for credential, traditional loop, then you can use it that way too. Thank you very much. This video is all about this. And if you guys have any comment, if you guys have any question, please make a comment so I can take care of it. And please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.